Sublime magnificence. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent big ugly himself, Omari Ellis Feo Grande on YouTube, with another episode of This Guy Hasn't Seen. And as usual, I am joined by my co-host and running mate, one of my best friends in the world, El Director himself, Bill Smith.
Hey Omari, thanks for having me back as always. Love being here, love doing this thing. Trading these movies back and forth. One guy's seen it, the other one hasn't. You are required to watch what I want you to watch. Ha 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 ha. That's this game. Everybody should do it. Get yourself a buddy. You don't have to film it, you don't have to record it, you don't have to do a podcast about it. You can just do it. And then you guys have both seen a new movie. And you can talk about it at some point with each other. Gives you a thing to talk about with your father-in-law. Wolf of Wall Street is the film that I am bringing to Omari today. Omari, we've done one Martin Scorsese, two Martin Scorsese, three Martin Scorsese, four.
Goodfellas, Departed, obviously this one. Um, Bull? Raging? Is that
Raging Bull.
Scorsese?
We did Raging Bull.
Is that Scorsese?
Yes.
Then we're four.
Yep. Okay. 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 Yeah, we're at four now. All right. Wolf of Wall Street, based on the true story of Jordan Belfort from his rise to a wealthy stockbroker living the high life to his fall involving crime, corruption, and the federal government. It is from 2013. It is directed by Martin Scorsese. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonah Hill, and Margot Robbie, as well as many other folks. Omari. Um, this show has kind of already been your what you've dug into some Martin Scorsese.
True. And what I know of Scorsese, and I think I've touched on it in the past, and kind of continued on this thing. He loves it some Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, most directors end up doing that because he's really good at his job. But he does use the cap. Once he used him, he used him in a lot of things. Obviously, he also likes De Niro for a lot of stuff too.
Yep. Yep.
But so he is a director that has certain actors in his pool. He likes his films about bad guys, usually somewhat based off of someone who actually existed or whatever. So, but more so than any of those other tropes, even if I didn't know any of those tropes, if I knew one thing about Scorsese, it's Oscar-winning director, or at the very least, award-winning director or award nominated. I know DiCaprio never won a Best Actor Oscar until he fought a bear,
Mm-hmm. Uh, you
but
had you had five nominations for this film and zero wins. Leonardo DiCaprio for leading male, Jonah Hill for supporting male, Scorsese for director, Terrence Winter for screenplay, and then um, motion picture of the year nominees.
so this movie didn't win anything, but Scorsese has. Because I was talking about
Um,
Scorsese when I said
well,
award-winning
it was
director.
if I believe he did, but it was late in his career because for a while he had famously not won.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at him not winning. It's more just me. Well, if there's one thing I know you can associate Martin Scorsese with, it's award-winning director. Well, actually,
okay. Well, I mean, he is an Oscar director. Like he is prevalently like let's run it down real quick. 1981, he's nominated for Raging Bull. 1989, he's nominated for Last Temptation of Christ. 1991, he is nominated for Goodfellas. 1994, he is nominated for Age of Innocence. 2003, he is nominated for Gangs of New York. 2005, he is nominated for The Aviator. 2007, he wins for The Departed.
Okay.
Nominated for Hugo. Nominated for Wolf of Wall Street. Nominated for The Irishman. Nominated for Killers of Flower Moon.
Okay.
So your boy gets nominations. He
Yeah.
just he only got the one from Departed.
Okay. So I always heard his name Oscar Season, but I only associate him with winning because of The Departed. Got it. So yeah, but I know quality. Scorsese is a name associated with quality. And
Definitely true.
obviously had heard a lot about Wolf of Wall Street, kind of knew it was on the longer side. Also had assumed it was an Oscar-winning film because it was Scorsese, which we just kind of touched on, that correlation and the silliness involved when you think about it. But I, long story short, that's why I hadn't seen it. It's more like, and then we started doing the show, and it became a possible eventual entry. And so it's like anytime people were bringing it up, I'm like, oh, wait, it could probably come up on the show. I'll wait.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, like
Now
anytime
now the
when,
show is preventing you from watching films in some weird way.
well, not there's a lot of films out there and a lot of other stuff I can do in my time. So it's not like, damn, I'm so bored. I'm gonna do one thing this week. It's watch Wolf of Wall Street. Oh,
Right.
wait, the
At this
show.
point, there are themes on this show, and at this point, you know that a Martin
Yeah.
Scorsese is good to come back up. A Jean-Claude Van Damme you might not want to watch on your free time.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's a good movie to talk about, like,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, then let's talk about it. What were you specifically? What were you expecting? Did you already know Leo?
I knew Leo, I knew Jonah.
Okay.
Uh,
So what were you with those three components and the name Wolf of Wall Street? I guess it's pretty obvious what to assume the movie is
yes,
going to be.
yes, and it's been in the public
Oh, true.
zeitgeist
Right, of
for
course.
so long that yes, it's about stockbroking, getting rich, and probably being a criminal and doing drugs.
Yeah, you kind of covered that. Right.
So, didn't sound like I said, didn't sound like a bad time. Just sounded also like stock markets. How much
Hmm.
am I gonna have to listen to actual like
Yeah.
stock stuff?
So then just getting into
Hopping
the
into
movie.
it, hell of an intro.
Right.
Hell of an intro from the fucking roadhead to the fucking all the rent the doing coke out of a fucking chick's ass and all the other shit going on. It's like, well, damn. All right. And the guy being like, I'm main character Jordan Belmont, and I say that I love drugs. I really love drugs. If I didn't love drugs, I wouldn't exist and shit. I'm like, all right, well, damn. We know what's gonna lead, or you think, if you are watching movies of this kind in the past, I know what leads to your downfall. Clearly you love drugs too much. And
Right.
I mean, kinda, but also not really. His love of drugs didn't lead it down. But yeah, the movie started. I thought that the Mark guy that introduces this whole Ohm thing,
Ooh, yeah.
I was like, I expected him to be in the movie more. Like, I was also thinking there would be a social network-esque And I only say S because I know the gist of the fact that it happened because it's also based on real life, despite the fact that I didn't watch the movie from start to end. But I thought it would be more of a we're doing this together. And then I betrayed him. And that's why
Right.
I'm the main character hero guy. Because I ended up being the rich one in real life too. Because that's what social network is. It's like, yeah, I betrayed you, and I'm the good guy in the movie. And so I thought that was gonna be the same thing here too. It's like, oh, this mentor's gonna bring him in, teach him this shit. Then he's gonna hit him with some fucking, yeah, that's the way the game is played type shit. I just betrayed you on this deal. Go to jail, homie, type stuff. Obviously, that's not where it went. In fact, we don't really see that character after the scene.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's one of those situations where they have Matthew McConaughey for literally like 10 hours. And a lot of this scene is just kind of improvised on the day, working some things out. And it's, yeah, I think became much bigger than initially planned. Like I think that the whole beating the chest thing is a thing from McConaughey, that he brought into it, and it just kind of elevated the entire scene, made
Yeah,
everything bigger.
it looked like something that he would based off of this show and having had conversations like what you're saying here with other
Hmm.
films about people just doing that. That's what it felt like. I agree with you. That is exactly what that felt like. Yeah, what are we doing? Okay, let me just do some shit. Yeah, do it. Especially when you see Leo's face kind of agreeing and going with it. Also kind of a what the fuck? Okay, I guess that's where we're going.
And just flat out doing the coke in like the middle of the fancy restaurant.
Um, but yeah, so that was it was a great way to start the movie.
Yeah. I mean, and then from like, I feel like this movie is just a lot of just like stand out, like it's just a
Yeah,
lot of standout
yeah,
moments smashed
I
together
don't have a lot of
from
notes and
here.
stuff, but yeah, it is that you have very pretty much various speeches throughout the movie. Generally, if they're
Hmm.
zooming in on Leo and he's either talking to one person or talking to a crowd, and it's just him talking for a good 3 minutes, and he's the only one talking, it's probably a standout moment in and of itself in this movie. The fact, I'm glad that he got nominated. I don't know who he lost to, so I won't say he got robbed, but I get it for this film because that man and his various speeches throughout the movie. I mean, it probably helps that, he's supposed to be giving speeches to a cult-like following and that their responses probably taint my perception of how good the speeches are.
Hmm.
But at the same time, that man's giving some good fucking speeches. Like when he thinks he's gonna fucking retire, and then he's like, no, because I'd be a hypocrite. I will say, one of the things, especially with Jonah too, because we'll get to him, and we touch on him now. One of the things I thought about both of these characters is that they would be more evil than they ended up being. Yes, evil dicks, cheating on wives, fucking hookers, doing drugs. Evil people.
Hmm.
Got it. I thought there'd be a lot more, oh,
Right. They're not
motherfucking,
gangsters,
yeah,
violent crime, evil people, causing people physical harm, evil people necessarily.
yeah. And just overall, I don't care about anybody in the world and shit. Like obviously he's there for the money and all of that. But he
Hmm.
also you could tell there were people he genuinely cared about despite the fact that he was still addicted to drugs and money.
Right.
Yeah, but and like the when he's
Yeah.
given the
I
success.
really enjoy his and Jonah's relation like friendship in this film, like basically from the start, from their first meeting point, and then all of the hijinks that they get into from there on.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it.
that's what I mean. And I really expected Jonah to turn out to be more of an
Hmm.
asshole. Yes, he is an asshole. He's abrasive
Hmm.
and he fucking likes poking at people when he knows he's gonna make them mad. He is an
Gets
asshole.
clocked in the face by John Barenthal at
Yeah.
one point in the movie.
I think as we got ready to record, I remembered you mentioning something like this on a previous thing because apparently he actually pissed him off on set. Or was that something else?
um I don't know. I mean, there is like that scene does have a story. Like he actually pops him in the mouth,
Yeah, like he
and
actually hit him.
it's from I believe the story goes that it's from Martin Scorsese, uh, kind of egging him on, pushing it, making it like Barenthal is a very method type actor. So he's over there like a fucking grizzly bear, like a gorilla. Just like, I'm gonna fucking punch this. I'm gonna fucking punch this guy in the face. Yeah. And then Martin Scorsese keeps going like, that doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. And then finally he's like, how about you let him punch you? I would let you punch you, and then he fucking clocks him. And I think Jonah's a little pissed about it afterwards, kind of thing.
Yeah, okay. I'd heard something along those lines, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the movie where that happened. Because yeah, and those characters definitely ain't like each other. But so I went through being method and with Jonah being the way he is. I don't know. I just always when I was younger assumed the worst out of Jonah, which is wrong. But it's also the characters he played.
For sure.
But I thought that he was gonna also, I'm like, if not like drugs, I thought this guy was gonna be the one to betray main dude and
Hmm.
be the downfall or do something else really stupid because the way he talks and acts. But he also just turned around when shit went down and downhill. When he went to the dude was like, I got you, and I got some people together. We all got you. We're gonna try to support you. I'm like, wait, you're not the one that rats or gets everybody fucked over? It's actually Leo that does it? Like I almost felt bad for the guy when Leo takes the deal. 'Cause I'm like, damn, nobody fucking ratted out this whole time. Everybody's stuck by you. And you send everybody to jail or go scot-free. Kind of messed up. And then he could have. And what's messed up is they didn't have to go to. The rest of them didn't have to go to jail the first time when he could have taken the plea deal a long time ago. Even though he gave a great speech, and I thought it was great in the moment, and I thought it was a great in character thing because I guess in real life the guy actually said this kind of stuff. But
Hmm.
yeah, he felt like a hypocrite because he's always telling people fight, 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 don't take no for an answer. So it made sense. And I liked his little speech where he was talking to people. And it does reveal, like, yeah, assholes can be human too when he's like talking about helping the like girl needed 5,000 for college, he gave her 25,000 to
Right.
finish. And yeah, you could be like super conspiracy person. Well, you see, that's why he's super evil. See, he gave her 5 times what she needed because then he knew he'd have someone for life, and so he could manipulate her more, and then he could do this, that, and the other. Or it's not that fucking deep.
Yeah.
Or it's not that deep, and he did that. Um, but yeah, no, I liked a lot of things throughout the movie. Speaking of standout moments, obviously Margot Robbie had a good performance throughout the movie and some standout moments of her own.
I mean, star
Uh,
making. Nobody knew who the fuck this woman was before this movie.
ah,
Uh, and then boom, pow. Welcome Margot Robbie in your face for the next 6 years.
Yeah, pretty
Longer than that,
much.
2013. We're at 13 years now of Margot Robbie. It's been a minute.
Yeah. So she did a great job in this movie. I do think Jonah did a good job, especially because between this movie coming out and now, I've seen something about like the real guy he was based off of, and there's a very good similarity look-wise to him. And I'm
Hmm.
like, man, he acts just like that guy looks. I believe that this motherfucker would do all of these things, even when he fucking jerking off in the middle of the fucking party, asshole.
um to answer your earlier just query out to the ether. This was actually a very cool year at the very heavily contested year at the Oscars.
All right.
um for the acting categories, beating out Leonardo DiCaprio, you had the man that they were stealing from his set to come do a quick little lunch scene with Leonardo DiCaprio, Matthew McConaughey, in his career making performance, Dallas Buyers Club, or his, not his career making force, but his most critically acclaimed performance of his career. Um, Dallas Buyers Club. Supporting actor beating Jonah, you had Matthew's co-star Jared Leto from Dallas Buyers Club. Um, and then this was also the year of 12 Years a Slave. So that ended up winning Best Picture. And then you also had Lupita Nyong'o in one of the most one of the most just insane performances ever, winning from 12 Years a Slave. And then this was also the same year as Gravity. So you had Alfonso Cuarón winning for Best Director. And then this was also the year of Her, which is a great Spike Jonze film. So you had him winning for Best Original Screenplay. Um, and then 12 Years a Slave winning for adapted screenplay. I don't remember which one um, Wolf of Wall Street fell into. But yeah, so a highly contested year at the Oscars. Highly contested.
Fair enough.
Um I mean, like I said, this is a super standouty movie kind of thing of just like it's just a bunch of
Yeah.
crazy scenes back to back to back. We don't have to hit them all. Is there
Yeah.
anything else? I don't want to go too long-winded.
Hey, you
Anything
got
else that stands out to you?
all the lewd stuff, and by lewd I mean the quaaludes, not your
Bro, oh,
typical lewd stuff.
I wasn't even thinking that. I thought you were saying lewd isn't lewd because we don't. It's actually pretty rare that that kind of stuff occurs on our
Yeah.
in our library.
Yeah, and like that, I mean, to stand out for obvious reasons. Like I kind of hinted at that kind of lewd stuff when I was talking about Margot, because I was
Right.
like, yeah, she had some standout moments in addition to her acting. Um, but
No, yeah,
the
that
the
that
Quaalude
that
related,
the one Quaalude scene in particular with him and Jonah is just on another level. And then the one of him attempting to drive and all of that is, yeah, that's just ridiculous.
trying to
Ridiculous
go
scene.
through the get that
I mean, this
phone.
film kind of taught me about Quaaludes.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of. I think I had heard the term, but I had not heard them so commonly referred to as lewds. Get the lewds. Like
Because as
anybody
this
I know
film
saying get the
describes,
lewds.
they just kind of stopped existing at one point.
Yeah. And it was like apparently it was like a sleep aid, but it turned out it was if you stayed awake, you were just high or something like that is what
Yeah,
he was saying.
yeah.
It's like, and then, but the amount this motherfucker was talking about taking was crazy. And speaking of that scene, you just knew the second they sat there and went, "You feel anything?" It's like, oh no. they're gonna take more and it's gonna backfire. And it's gonna be the worst time. He's gonna, oh, there's the phone call. What's the phone call? What's happening? Oh God. Okay, he made it over. And there it is. There it is. Next thing you know, crawling across the counter. Yeah. Oh, but no, I do like now that hindsight and the movie, and I'm done watching the movie. Hindsight, I like him and Jonah's relationship. The whole movie, I was just waiting for the shoe to drop and Jonah to betray him like the asshole I thought he was gonna be. I mean, he is an asshole. Before I get the people coming out here, I can't believe you condone hookers. That's not what I said. I said that he is an asshole, but or the money laundering shit too. That's also makes him an asshole. Um, but yeah, overall, really enjoyed the movie. I like a lot of the characters. The FBI I do think his scene on the boat with the FBI, I thought that was dumb. I like the cocaine Popeye correlation thing. That was also a funny scene. I think that was also like how he solved the problem after the kitchen quaalude.
Hmm. I will say, um, just a couple of detractors.
All right.
One, I think the obvious that you already kind of touched on, that I know we both agree on, did not need to be 3 hours.
True.
Did not need to be 3 hours. Um, and then the other one that it's not really a gripe. It's kind of something I'm playing with within my brain, but like I'm and like Goodfellas gets a pass because it's so rooted in nostalgia and it's like basically even made before my consciousness almost kind of thing of um but the like, hey, yeah, that's me. Um, this is gonna be my life,
Narration.
and yeah, that level of narrator, and even just a narrator itself, if it's not self-referential and um like pandering the trope of the narration, it's kind of tough for me a little bit to get through.
Yeah.
Not get through, that's not the right phrasing, but it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make it feel like a good movie when that's going on. And
Because
this
so
movie
many
already kind of struggles with that, as I've lent to, of it just kind of being a collection of scenes rather than like one of Scorsese's great films.
Yeah, and what I'll give you about your sourness on the narration thing is, while not necessarily a bad tool, it is a tool that is so heavily favored by bad movies.
Yeah,
And
and that doesn't mean all narration is bad movies, but yeah.
yeah, they do a lot of bad movies enjoy narrations. I know that because a lot of the movies I suggest on here are not good movies and they have narration. In fact, hold on. So, no, Hostel was not a narration movie. Because I was gonna say, Players Club was the worst movie of that year. Narration.
I couldn't have even
Did
told
we
you
s-
that was narrated. I
did
don't
did we
remember at this
say
point.
Get Rich and Die Trying was the worst last year?
I don't recall. Um,
I don't think so.
tell you,
It was nominated, and that has
I
narration,
can tell you that Sky High sure as hell is going to be nominated
and that has narration,
coming up. Yeah, that
and that
one's.
has
I
narration.
can't see a rest of the calendar year where that somehow works its way out of the nominations.
Actually, it was either I either went faster or get rich or die trying because the other ones I know I talked myself
I
out of.
chose faster,
Okay.
it looks like.
So I think we might have both chosen faster because I think
And you
we
know what? I
generally
don't
go
even remember
unanimous.
what faster is.
The Rock.
Oh, that terrible rock movie. That's right. That's right. That's
That was
right.
not narration, though. In fact, that
Yeah.
was too much story without narration. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Bottom
And
line is,
technically should have gone to Tammy and the T-Rex, but because it's so terrible, it's somehow good. It can't win that award.
I will probably watch. I probably won't watch either again. But if one was more likely for me to watch again, it would be Tammy and the
Oh man. Yeah, you're
T-Rex.
not gonna put Tammy and the T-Rex on for the Friends
That's what
ever?
if they haven't seen. Fluffles has already seen it, and he
Right.
put and he'd probably be the one I would want to show that to. Another guy who's not on the show, but my former who hasn't been on the channel at all, but my former roommate, he probably also would have seen it because he's well versed in bad movies.
Hmm.
Well versed in bad movies that I never
Well,
heard of.
alrighty. Speaking of bad movies, Omari, what are we watching next week?
Well, Bill, I think we're gonna go ahead and watch the new. Well, all right. So I thought about since we saw Superman doing the keeping the superhero thing going, but then we did Wolf of Wall Street. But I was gonna be like, we gave one modern day thing, we gave DC a try. I figured we'd do it with the Fantastic Four and that new movie that's out. Keep things contemporary because it's not often that Marvel and DC both have one out at the same time.
Yep. Yep.
So I was thinking the new Fantastic Four,
I
which I
can
think is
probably swing that.
all
Yeah, I
right.
can swing that.
Cool. Then yeah,
All right.
Fantastic Four.
Cool. DC versus Marvel next week on This Guy Hasn't Seen.
Yeah, if you want to see other stuff that we talked about involving both of them, check it out. We got 3 years of the content worked here on this channel, working on year four, a good quarter of the way through that. Maybe, I don't know, about like a tenth. But bottom line is we are still going on, and we got a lot of stuff that we do on Wednesdays with Tuesdays with this show. On Saturdays, we have a show called You Don't Watch Sports. It's two guys, three topics, help you sprinkle a little information into your sports conversation, be a guiding light through the sea of casual sports talk. We also have mock draft on Mondays. I have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi, Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. Streaming Earth Day 240. You know what that means. Bill, you got anything else you want to say?